Welcome back to Euro Football Daily and Euro Transfer Talk, where we have another roundup of all the latest gossip and rumours from across the continent. Let's get started. We kick off this week's rundown in Catalonia, where Barcelona are continuing to make plans to rebuild their team in the post-Messi era. Having eased the pressure slightly on Ronald Koeman with a comfortable 3-0 win over Levante this weekend, the rumours have continued about the Dutchman's potential targets. According to the Daily Star, one player they've been keeping their eye on is none other than Man United's Edinson Cavani, who's been limited to just 46 minutes of league action at the start of this season following Cristiano Ronaldo's arrival. The 34-year-old only recently decided to extend his stay of the Red Devils until next summer, believing he would be Solskjaer's first choice number 9 in front of a full Old Trafford. Unfortunately for the 123-capped Uruguayan international, a muscle injury picked up in a behind-the-doors friendly, coupled with United's new signings, has limited his involvement so far. This has led to reports that Barcelona might look to target him this January and sign him on a short-term deal. This seems bizarre for a number of reasons. Whilst Cavani still has a lot to offer, as shown by his 17 goals and 6 assists in 39 games last season, he has begun to pick up regular injuries, missing 19 games across his brief time in the Northwest. With 33-year-old Aguero already on their books and struggling to get fit, not to mention the fitness issues of Dembele and Ansu Fati, do Barcelona really need to add another injury-prone forwards onto their books? Surely it makes sense for Man United to keep hold of Cavani until the end of the season, allowing Greenwood to learn off two of the best strikers of the last 15 years. United fans, what do you think though? Do you need Cavani? And if you were to sell him, what fee would you be happy with at this stage of his career? We take a short trip from Barcelona to Madrid now, where the Blaugrana's El Clasico rivals are also looking at potential acquisitions. As we all know, during the summer, Los Blancos lost two stalwarts in Varane and Ramos, and whilst they did sign Bayern Munich legend David Alaba on a free, the club reportedly believe they are a little short in that area. Carlo Ancelotti's side, who are thrilled going forward this season, are supposedly targeting a new centre-back, according to Madrid paper Defensa Central, with Leicester City's Caglar Soyuncu supposedly top of their shopping list. The article claims that the 13-time European champions have been scouting the Turkish international for a number of years, and with his contract set to expire in 2023, believe that a €45 million deal will be enough to tempt the Foxes into a sale. After taking a year to adapt to his new surroundings following his €23 million move from Freiburg in August 2018, Soyuncu has been a near ever-present when fit, racking up 91 appearances for the club to date. But it's fair to say after a chastening Euro 2020 with the Crescent Stars, Soyuncu has struggled to get back to his best amidst an injury-ridden Leicester back line. His tackles and interceptions per 90 have fallen from 2.8 to 2 this term. He has already made an error leading to a goal, and his aerial duel win rate has fallen 5%. Whilst he is not solely to blame, it's no surprise that Leicester have conceded 10 league goals in 6 games, a figure only topped by Burnley, Newcastle, Leeds and Norwich at the time of writing. While Soyuncu and Leicester will only get better throughout the season, we'd be surprised if Real targeted him next summer, unless there is a dramatic improvement in his form. Madridistas, if you don't target Soyuncu, who should you go for instead? Let us know in the comments. From the Midlands to Northern Italy now, where Juventus are determined to improve their midfield in the coming months. With McKennie, Ramsey and Artur's future under Allegri uncertain, the Bianconeri are reportedly considering signing another man in the middle. And the name in the frame will come as somewhat of a surprise though, with Calcio Mercato claiming Borussia Dortmund's Axel Witsel is their primary midfield target. The 32-year-old Belgian is currently playing in his 4th season of football with BVB, following his move from Tianjin Quanjin in China, and has gone on to make 113 appearances for the 8 times German champions. But whilst Vitzel's leadership and experience has proved vital in recent times in light of 3 separate managerial changes, there is no doubt about it, his impact on the pitch is faltering. Having missed just 2 games across his debut campaign in Germany, he's missed 34 across the last 2, with a ruptured Achilles forcing him to sit out 27 games during the second half of the 2020-21 campaign. Now back fit and playing in midfield after a brief stint at centre-back alongside Akanji during an injury crisis earlier this campaign, Vitzel is now working towards regaining his best form. It's therefore surprising that Juventus are being linked with a move for the former Zenit man, especially given the fact they only recently signed one of Europe's most promising deep-line playmakers this summer in Manuel Locatelli. Having been close to signing Vitzel in 2016, with the player even arriving in Turin to complete the paperwork, he's clearly been a long-term target. But given the fact Vitzel will be 33 in January, this seems like an enormous step backwards. Juventus fans, would you like to sign the Belgian veteran? Leave your thoughts down below. We head to Manchester now, where Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's spending spree is far from over. After forking out €147 million this summer, the fifth time in 7 seasons they've spent over €120 million, the club are expected to challenge for silverware this campaign. One position they didn't manage to strengthen though was right back, with the club's pursuit of Kieran Trippier eventually falling flat, leaving Wan-Bissaka and Dalot as their only options. Now, according to Fichajes, the Red Devils want to address that either in January or next summer, and believe a top quality addition will provide competition for first choice Wan-Bissaka, who's only missed 7 league games since signing from Crystal Palace in June 2019. The player identified is reportedly RB Leipzig's Nordi Mukiele, who's racked up 115 appearances for the East German side since signing from Montpellier in 2018, contributing 9 goals and 7 assists in that time. Capable of playing at right back or in the centre, the one-capped Frenchman started the season slowly under Jesse Marsch, but backed up an assist against Manchester City with a goal against Hertha Berlin last weekend, a game that saw him win 5 aerial duels, create a chance and have 4 shots in an all-action display. Whilst Mukiele is a fairly solid defender, ranking 4th for blocks and 5th for clearances in Leipzig's squad last season, he, like Wan-Bissaka, also has some issues on the ball. He's never completed more than 79% of his passes across the last 3 Bundesliga campaigns, with his 5.1 progressive passes per 90 better than Wan-Bissaka's 3.7, but significantly worse than Trippier's 7.3. If United wanted a more attacking option to rival AWB, we highly recommend they take a look at Napoli's Di Lorenzo or Lazio's Lazzari, 2 of the best attacking right backs in Europe, who wouldn't break the bank. Do you agree? Leave your thoughts down below. And finally, we bring you the news that Chelsea are reportedly open to losing N'golo Kante next summer. Yes, we know this might sound crazy. After all, the 30-year-old has been a crucial component of their side since signing from Leicester in 2016, wrapping up 224 appearances in all competitions and winning the Premier League, FA Cup, Champions League and Europa League in that time. But his contract with Tuchel's side is set to expire in 2023, and according to Fichajes, the Blues are considering selling the 50-cap Frenchman next summer, by which time he'll be 31. The report claims that the Blues have been buoyed by the performances of Conor Gallagher on loan at Crystal Palace, and with Billy Gilmour also coming through, the article claims the Blues feel they have enough talent to compensate for the loss of the former Cayenne man. The Blues supposedly believe this will be their final opportunity to make a sizable fee on the World Cup winner, and are under the impression they could engineer a bidding war between Real Madrid and PSG, both of whom have a long-standing interest in the Frenchman. Whilst we believe it is highly unlikely that Tuchel will allow Kanté to leave, short of a massive bid, perhaps it's not the craziest idea. Unfortunately for the all-action midfielder, time has begun to catch up with him, and he's been unable to start more than 24 league games in each of his last 2 seasons, missing 29 matches in that time with 8 separate issues. If a major bid does emerge, perhaps it's time to move on the Premier League legend, who earns a reported €339,000 a week, a figure topped only by Romelu Lukaku in the Blues squad. In terms of Blues incomings, well, the papers this week are full of articles claiming that Chelsea are considering a monster €100 million plus bid for Juve's De Ligt, as we reported on ERU last week, whilst Calcio Mercato believe they still want to sign his teammate Federico Chiesa. Tuchel's side are believed to have made a big money bid for the Italian over the summer, following his star performances at Euro 2020, and he certainly looks like the real deal, having racked up 15 goals and 10 assists in 47 appearances for the old lady to date. They won't be short of competition, however, with the article claiming that Bayern Munich and Liverpool are also monitoring the situation. Chelsea fans, we want to hear from you though. Would you be happy with a summer in which you signed De Ligt and Chiesa and lost Kanté? And how much do you think Kanté will be worth come the end of the season? You know what to do. So that's it for another week of Euro Transfer Talk. What do you think of all these rumours? Get in the comments down below. Make sure you're liked and subscribed to Euro Football Daily with that notification bell switched on, and we'll see you next time.